Hello everybody, Raven Knight here, coming at you with a weekly update video. Let's get the good stuff out of the way, guys. You know, that stuff that you always expect. Please subscribe to the channel. Really helps out the channel. We've passed 17,000 subs, guys. Let's not stop here. Let's keep going. I want to reach 20,000 subscribers by January. I want to try to reach 20,000 by January. I don't think we can do that. That's a very high hope because we got 3,000 more to go. But I want to set a cool goal, guys. So let's try to meet it. 20,000 by the end of January, okay? Okay, let's try to make it. So hit that sub button, get your friends to sub, get your family to sub, get your grandma to sub, you know, all of them. Get your dog to sub if they have a YouTube channel. Everyone has a YouTube channel nowadays. Also, don't forget to like the video if you enjoy and leave comments. I read every comment, guys, so really appreciate it. All right, let's get into the video. Okay, so first of all, for those of you who did not watch my most recent update video from the other day, I'll give you a brief rundown. I injured myself at work, not intentionally. When you say injure yourself, it almost sounds like you took a hammer to your body and said, okay, I'm going to injure myself now. No, I tripped and fell over a cart, hit the ground hard, hurt my leg up pretty good. Hopefully I will be back to walking around and doing stuff again normally within the next few days. Doctor wants me off my legs for 3 days at least. Then he wants me to come in for a follow-up, and he wants to take another look at it. I've done some x-rays to see if there's any fractures or anything. Doesn't look like there is. I'm thinking it's just a bone contusion, but we've got to check and make sure. Anyway, you know, better safe than sorry. But right now, it's painful to walk around too much, and it's very tender, so I've got the leg compressed and iced down and everything. It's a little swollen, but not the worst I've ever had. Guys, when I did MMA and Muay Thai and stuff like that, I got hit way harder than this and way more beat up than this. So this is nothing. I think I'll be fine. But just wanted to give you all that update because that is interesting. Next, the big one. Some of y'all saw this released not too long ago, but the Daubeny video is finally in the works. I am working on that. I've actually finished scripting it. I finished scripting out the video. Now I am working on doing the video. Actually, funny thing is, I didn't do this with my Apollyon video or my Holden Cross video because I had so many clips to use for Holden Cross and Apollyon that I didn't need to use game footage. But there isn't as much with Daubeny. There are only really two video sources for Daubeny, and that's the Chimera Banquet trailer and the actual story mode first chapter. But Daubeny doesn't show up in a lot of stuff, so I was actually going to do some video footage of me doing a few breach rounds as Daubeny, like making my warden look like Daubeny, just to, you know, get some footage to fill the video. But when I started designing the warden to do that, I thought, all right, I'm done. I fixed up my warden to look right, only to find out halfway through a breach round, oh gosh, I forgot to make my warden a male because it was still Ruth. You know, I had designed it off of Ruth, and I was like, oh shoot, I should have made you a male, shouldn't I? So that's a lot of footage I can't use now. Although some people in my Discord were telling me, I use the footage anyway, it's funny. So you'll want that Daubeny to show herself, right? Anyway, jokes aside. Y'all think I should use the footage anyway? Let me know in the comment section, do you think I should go back and redo the footage to get male Daubeny or just use the female Daubeny? It's up to you guys. I'll let y'all be the ones who decide. So let me know in the comments. Next up, another update video that came out actually the exact same day. Lark's lamentation on the Eastern organization of the Brotherhood of Steel. He tried playing Fallout 4, went about 20 hours into it, was getting a lot of good footage, but it constantly kept crashing on him, and in order for him to work it, he'd have to start all the way over. It's way too much right now. Plus, the last 2 videos he did were on Fallout. He and I talked about it. He agreed he needs a break from Fallout. Instead, he's going to work on the Cult of Cosmos, Lark's Lamentation. And some people have said, hey man, you don't need to play through the whole game just to get the footage you need. Just use clips online or use still shots. And my brother's response was eloquent but very pointed. That's not how we do things. If we're going to do it, we're going to play through, you know. I mean, Wikipedia is only a small part of it. You got to play through, see it for yourself, make the choices. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. So that's what he's doing. Look forward to that. I've seen him playing it. We're both excited. All right, so moving on from that, Ruth was a hit. I released the video about Ruth, my female warden, and her lore, and people really seem to like it. You guys really seem to enjoy Ruth. I'm glad for that. No, this is awesome. I'm so glad that you enjoy Ruth. What is it about Ruth that you like so much? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Why do you like Ruth so much? What is it about Ruth that draws you to her? What is it about? Is it her design? Is it her story? What do you like about it? I heard one person say, you made a female character with flaws? She's already better than most characters in Marvel and Disney. And I appreciate you who said that. That makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So trust me, I'm going to do more stuff like that. But I also had people saying that they wanted me to do more lore videos, like take some of my characters who have lore and make videos about them. I would love to do that. That would actually be a lot of fun, but would you enjoy it? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. All right, moving on. So for those of you who enjoy hearing my short stories being read out loud, Death's Diary and Troy and Frost will both be getting updates soon. Death's Diary might just be this week. You never know. I'm just saying. So look forward to that. I hope you enjoy hearing me read those. They're easy to do. They're very quick and fun, and I enjoy reading to you guys. So look forward to it. Also, Jay himself commented on the first Troy and Frost chapter. He's the one who designed the character of James Troy. Even though Elizabeth Frost belongs to me, he also designed her too. So read his comment. I'm a big fan of Jay. He and I have been friends for a while, so give him some love, guys. All right, so now on to some other cool stuff. Possible video topics. These are 4 video ideas that I've had that I would like to make videos on. Let me know in the comments which of these, if any of them, you would like to see me do. And if you'd like to see me do all or some of them, let me know. Let me know that you'd like to see them, because I want to make time to work on these. So the first one, I want to make this as a Christmas thing, a For Honor wish list. Like, you know how you make a Christmas wish list? Speaking of which, I need to get started on that. I need to make my wish list. But anyway, point is, I want to make a For Honor wish list. Things that I'd love to see For Honor do. Like, a couple things. I'd love to see For Honor add or take away, as it were, some gender-locked characters. Like, come on, guys. I think we're all ready for a female Highlander or a male Warmonger. You know, just some thoughts. I'd love to see that. I'd also love to see a Warhammer 40K event in For Honor. You know, give some love to For Honor and glory. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, anyway. Those are just some things I like to see, and there's more, but I won't tell you all right now because I want to add them to the wish list. So let me know if you'd like to see that. Also, another video that people have been requesting me to say, why I love One Piece. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a huge fan of the anime One Piece. And a lot of people have asked, why do you like One Piece so much? What is it about it that you like so much that you've done 3 response videos defending it and used a lot of clips from it in your videos? I'd love to go into depth about what about One Piece makes it my favorite anime and why it's one of the anime that I still follow, even though it is approaching its 1000th episode. Okay? I'd love to share with you guys why I love One Piece so much. So let me know if that's something you'd like to see. Here's some others. Why do we romanticize Sparta? A lot of the time you hear people romanticize Sparta and the things that it did, particularly the Battle of 300, where they fought against Persia, the Battle of Thermopylae. And one thing that my brother talked about was, why do we romanticize Sparta so much? Why do we hail Sparta as so great? Because here's the thing. You've got the people that think Sparta's the coolest dang ancient culture that ever existed. Oh, they were these super awesome, righteous warriors who held their ground and beat back Persia, and they beat the big bad guys, and they were defending freedom and democracy, and we wouldn't be who we are without them. I don't fully agree with those people. They didn't beat back the Persians. They eventually lost to Persia, but that's neither here nor there. Point is, you've got those people, but then you've also got the contrarians who go, Sparta owned slaves, they weren't pro-democracy, and they also were incredibly conservative and close-knit values that didn't want to adapt or change. They should have just let Persia come through, because Persia would have fixed Greece for the better. Why do we hail them as heroes? They're just a bunch of barbarian apes who are living progressivism. And I'm like, that's not entirely true either. Like, there's some truth to both, but there's also lots of fabrications to both. So why do we romanticize Sparta? And if we do romanticize Sparta, should we antagonize Sparta? Like, where's the middle ground there if there is one? So that's something I'd love to talk about. And then the big one, me and my brother were talking about this all through dinner the other night. Ancient Rome versus ancient China. Now, I'm not talking about which one is better, because both have pros and cons, and we can get into that. But when ancient Rome fell, it did not get back up. It stayed dead. That's what led to the Middle Ages. But ancient China, it fell several times, but always rebuilt. What did China do that was different from Rome? Where were their pros and cons that allowed them to be successful in some places and not so successful in others? And what would have happened if China had fallen and not gotten up and Rome outlasted China? How would the world look? Or what if it was the inverse? What if Rome fell too early and China took over the Western world? How would it look different? What were the aspects about ancient Rome and ancient China that we can really look at? Because those two were the big competing empires of the ancient world. What were they doing well? What were they doing poorly? That's another video topic. So let me know, out of these 4 video topics, For Honor Wishlist, Why I Love One Piece, Romanticized Sparta, Why, and Ancient Rome versus Ancient China. Those are the 4 video topics that I'm considering doing. Let me know in the comments which ones you'd like to see. If more than one, it's okay if you want more than one. Just let me know which ones. I'd love to make some time. Okay, man, I need to start wrapping up this video. I've been going too long. Well, one thing that I want to say is we're nearing... My mother's birthday was just passed, and I'm glad for her, but the next birthday in the family is mine in December. And I'll say, if I really could make a Christmas wish list, like something that I really like, I'd really like a Miss Raven again. I'd really like a female companion, a female compadre, if it were. Because there are times, I'm a hopeless romantic, guys. One thing you need to know about me is, part of the reason why I love writing so much is I love creating fantasy where I can't have it in reality. I can write heroes to fight monsters and demons because I'm not fighting many monsters and demons in real life. And sometimes I write romantic stories because I have not had a true romance in years. Very, very tragic. So, just something that came to my mind, something that I wanted to share with you guys. Keep me in your prayers, guys. It's a lonely life we lead. Anyway. So, last things that I want to talk about before we end this. For Honor is wrapping up its season Tempest, the flood season. I think this is the last week, and then we go into the off season as we do for 2 or 3 weeks. What were my thoughts? What did I think about For Honor and Tempest? For Honor Tempest. I really liked it. The weapon designs for the Tempest season were really cool for the most part. I loved seeing unique executions come back. For Honor, Ubisoft, get developer, guys. Just hear me out. Do it again. I want to see more of those. Come on. And also I really liked the flood aspect. It was really neat, very creative lore-wise. I think it's very neat, and it makes me wonder a lot about what you're going to do next season. I think that's awesome. And the Halloween event, whoo, that was fun. I loved it. Great work on all that. Tempest was a blast. May be the best season of For Honor we've had in a long time. I had so much fun playing it. Lots of great stuff, lots of great updates. The only downers I could see was Orochi is broken now, and I'm not happy about that. Raider, he annoyed me at first, but he's growing on me. I still think there are some things that could be tweaked, but he's growing on me. It's Orochi that I'm kind of going, but that's neither here nor there. In any case, Tempest was awesome. I look forward to whatever next season holds, especially since we might be getting a new hero, if you know what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to that new hero. I'm really excited. All right, so let's wrap this up. Last thing, story sharing time. Now, normally I share stories that I'm working on or have written, but today I want to do something a little different with my story sharing. One of the stories that y'all were very excited about that I started was Dragon Oaths, or Oaths of the Dragon, whichever you want to go with. But people have been asking me questions about that story, like how's it going, what's its direction, how far have I come in it. So today for story sharing, I want to share with you how Dragon Oaths is doing and answer some of the more popular questions. So first of all, it's going well. I've actually finished outlining a lot of what I want for the beginning portions, and I've even gotten some concepts down for what I want to do sort of mid-tier of the story. I'm working out an ending because I don't know if I want to make this all just one book or make it a series of stories. So I'm still working that out, but that's something that I'll figure out along the way, I think. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I just realized some people may not even know what I'm talking about. Dragon Oaths is a story that I'm working on, and I'll leave a link to the video that I talked about it. Here, you can click on the upper left hand or right hand corner of the screen and see that. But it's a story about a young knight in a sort of fantasy-esque historical world, where he was part of a knightly order of knights called the Dragon Legion, or the Dragon Order, and their job was to hunt down those who would misuse magic, because they used armor and weapons that were specifically designed to be anti-magic, but they had a traitor amongst them who turned them over to their enemies, and they were almost completely wiped out, except for this one guy who was locked in the castle, which was cast through time, and now the castle has ended up more in a pseudo-modern world, where magic is now the big thing, and he's having to correct the wrongs of the past and the present. kind of like Samurai Jack, only he's a knight. It's been a lot of fun working on. But let me answer the 3 big questions that have been asked. First of all, how much of this is going to be based on realism? Like, is the modern world that we see in the story going to be a lot like our modern world? Yes and no. There are going to be aspects about our world that are the same, but there are also going to be some obvious differences with magic being involved, since the modern world is going to have magic involved too. So there's going to be some definite differences. The second question that I get asked a lot is, will there be other knights or good mages that appear in the story? Yes, there will be good mages, and no, there will not be other knights. And you will see why as we get into the story. I mean, yes, we're going to talk about the knights before the dragons were destroyed, the dragon order was destroyed, but in the modern day, no, he is the only knight left. But again, I don't want to spoil too much. And then finally, the big question, one of the ways that he managed to escape his magical prison was by taking a potion that transformed him into a female until he takes the antidote to help him free himself. Because by taking the potion, it changed his physical body so that he could use magic. Because, again, adding some details here, some context, the main character, Thomas de Leon, went through a ritual called the Dragon's Hide ritual, which basically made his physical body incapable of using or taking magical damage. So he cannot use magic, but nor can magic affect him. So he couldn't escape the magical prison without magic. So what he did was he created a potion that would physically alter his body to make him a different form that would allow him to use magic. He can take a reverse potion, which changes him back so that he can use his knightly abilities again. Think something along the lines of a tonic or a elixir from a game like Dragon Age Inquisition. Whatever the case. People were asking, why did he need that? Why did I need to do that? Well, remember me mentioning earlier that my story Metamorphosis was a story that I wanted to experiment with, but it kind of failed because of audience expectations and all that? I have been trying for ages to recreate the concepts I wanted in Metamorphosis and other stories, because I still like the themes and concepts I had, but never found a way to outlet them or create them. And sometimes, yes, it does feel like I force it, but I want to see where I can take it, see what can happen with it if I really try. And this was just another way to do that. I think it's creative, and I've brainstormed it with my brother and a few others, and they all think it works. They all think that it's okay. In fact, it opens a lot of possibilities for good comedy's sake. But one thing that you're never going to see from me is where I fetishize it. I cannot even imagine why I'd want to do that. I can't imagine myself ever doing that, so don't expect that from me. It's just a concept where I think that we could play with ideas, themes, questions, a lot of things that I think would be very cool for the story. So that's where we're sitting with Dragon Nodes. If you have more questions about it, please leave them in the comments, and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. Okay, guys, I've gone way too long in this update video. It didn't mean to go this long, but hey, hope you enjoyed it all the same. Please leave a like down below. Again, comment down below. Lots of stuff to comment, guys. Lots of stuff to tell me. Please communicate with me. I want to hear from you. But if you want to communicate with me a bit more directly, you can join the Discord, link in the description, where you can ping me in Raven questions, and I will try my best to get to you when I can if I'm not sleeping or at work. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.